I haven't done a portfolio update for a while. Looking back, the last time was March this year. Looking back at the portfolio then, it was valued at $33,737.51, and the projected income was around $1,415. 6 months on, it's now valued at $47,425. A bit of a drop off in the last week as pretty much all stocks are down, so it's affected everything really. Projected income is now $1,809.12 from 28 holdings, with an average yield of 4.4%. This varies a bit because of I've got a few ETFs like JEPI and VHYL, which fluctuate in their dividend payments depending on how well they're doing. So this changes, as does this. I've been contributing regularly each month and reinvested any dividends coming in. Looking at my portfolio value, I can see that this time last year my portfolio was valued at $21,813, so a massive jump. Seeing the progress keeps me motivated to keep building on it. All being well, this time next year it should be around $75,000 or more. Obviously that depends on the market, but as things are progressing, this seems to be the trend. I have 28 holdings though, but I did have 30. I decided to sell out of a couple of positions, Franklin Resources and Stanley Black & Decker. Now I like both companies, but I have enough finance related stocks and I didn't plan to build on Stanley, so I took a small profit on both and reinvested. Looking at the sector breakdown, I'm low in energy and industrials and communications. The rest of the portfolio is fairly even between healthcare, consumer defensive, tech, financials and real estate. Looking at my monthly dividend progress, it's getting closer to the $150 mark. May being 147, which has been my highest so far. And then September is going to be my biggest month. It's not in there, but it's getting closer to $180. So very happy about that. September last year was $43. My biggest month last year being $124 in December. And I reckon this December will be well over $200. $200 is my next milestone. In terms of progress for 2023, so far it's $962. I haven't added in September's yet, so it's going to be higher. So we'll be getting closer to well over $1,500 by the end of the year. Projected is $1,800, but that's over the course of what I've been adding. That will increase next year's. It's already more than double 2022. Back in 2021, it was only $89. So if we scroll down, this is my full dividend portfolio. Fairly even split between losses and gains. A lot more green about a week ago. That's just how things roll. 3M I've talked about in previous videos. I believe they will eventually sort this mess out. The dividend is safe for now, and I'm going to continue to hold and take the $60 I get every year from them, from those 10 shares. Next up, AbbVie. Picked up 7 more shares in the last month, taking it to 9. Usually when it dips below 140, I pick some up. AbbVie has performed incredibly well. Next up, Altria Group. Got 20 shares. They've continued tradition increasing their dividend again, increasing by 4.3% to 98 cents per share. It hasn't updated yet to the system. This must be near 9% yield now, which is incredible. Next up, Apple. 22 shares. Just added to the position recently. I may pick up some more in the next couple of weeks. If it stays below 180, I'm fully immersed in the Apple ecosystem. AT&T, still collecting the dividends. The stock price has a mini resurgence. It was hovering around 14. It's got up to 15, dropped a little bit off, but still needs a lot more. Bank of America, I haven't bought any more shares for a while. It's a really good price at the moment. This is a long hold for me. Cisco, stuck at 5 shares. This is the one stock that has really performed really well. The economic downturn hasn't really affected it. Citigroup, I have 55 shares. Nearly added to it recently. It has dropped further. It's one I've been thinking about. Coca-Cola, we all know about this company. Solid dividend payer that increases its dividend year on year. Still at 80 shares. It has dropped down a bit now, and it's just below my average buy price. I have got a lot of shares, and it does take a big portion of my portfolio up, so I'm not looking to add at the moment. Enbridge, got 14 shares. Another one I may add to is I'm quite low on energy, no pun intended. JP Morgan equity, 46 shares. Although the monthly payments keep getting lower, happy to collect. Johnson & Johnson, now up to 18 shares, slowly building on this. JP Morgan, similar to Cisco, this has performed really well, waiting for the dip. It had a nice increase in dividend recently to $1.05 a share. Main Street Capital Corporation, now have 75 shares in this company. I've been regularly adding. This brings it to $17.53 a month in dividends. I have a target of 100 shares for this. Microsoft, 4 shares in this. I would add more if it wasn't so expensive. I think if it falls below $300, I'll be picking up a few more. Pepsi, still no movement on this, sitting on that lowly 1 share. Pfizer, now up to 40 shares. They have a lot of future product releases, so the stock price should recover. Procter & Gamble, 11 shares. We'll hold this forever and I'll buy on any major dips, but it's been holding well at this price for a while. Realty Income, to 90 shares now. I've been adding to this position monthly. My target is 100, only 10 to go. It really has been in free fall at the moment. I see it at a discount though, and like all good stocks, it will recover. Charles Schwab, still on 8 shares, happy to collect the dividend. Stag Industrial, 7. Unlike other REITs, Stag has been solid, only dropped a little recently. After loading up on Realty Income, it would need to drop well below my average buy for me to add to this. Starbucks, still on 20 shares. T Rowe, still adding on dips, now up to 7. Verizon, similar to AT&T, will hold for now. Walt Disney, yeah, we talked about this in a recent video. Vanguard, S&P 500, building on this, now up to 54 shares. Again, I've talked about this in another video. The same with VHYL, high yield, always adding to this. Looking at a dividend calendar, looking at when the payments come in, this month it's on track to be $175.56. Month to month it varies. It's difficult to know the exact amount as the ETF payments fluctuate, depending on how well they've performed. Looking at projections, on average I receive $150 a month, which is nearly $35 a week. Breaking it down even more, that's nearly $5 a day. And if you want to do it by hour, that's 21 cents. That's based on a 24-hour day, so that's 21 cents while you sleep. But if we did it on a working day for 8 hours, that would be 87 cents. This automatically updates each month, a nice way to see the progress. Although my portfolio has taken a recent hit in the market, I'm not too disheartened. I'm not focused on the short term. I can see the progress, and 10 to 20 years out, I should be a lot more financially comfortable. That wraps it up. Thanks for watching. As usual, if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.